Hey there, it's Jason from Codemanship with another short video about a very common mistake that a lot of rookie developers make, and let's face it, a lot of very experienced developers as well. But before we start, I just want to qualify what I mean by a check-in. What does checking in your code mean? So checking in means that you're merging your source file changes to the main or the trunk branch of your VCS repository. In other words, you're integrating your changes with other people's changes. Um, so that's what we're talking about here. Now, imagine that you're working on a team of 4 developers and you're all editing source files at the same time in a shared repository. And as time goes on, as we edit more and more files, we start to store up the potential for merge conflicts, for particular files being edited multiple times by different developers at the same time. And of course, because we're working in isolation, we haven't checked in yet, we don't necessarily know about them. And the more source files we change, the greater the possibility that we're going to end up in merge hell. So it makes sense to make our check-ins smaller, which means we need to do them more often. Now, you're probably thinking, yeah, we know this, Jason, and that's why I check in on a very regular basis. But do you? Do you really? You see, it's very popular these days for developers to work on branches. Sometimes they call them feature branches or developer branches. So they're happily checking in their changes to their own branch, um, and all looks good. They're not experiencing any merge conflicts. But this is an illusion. All we're really doing is storing up those potential merge conflicts, that potential merge hell, until we decide to merge our changes to the main branch or the trunk. And then we're back where we were before. So if you are working on branches, you need to be merging from those branches to the main branch on a much more regular basis so that each of those check-ins, that's really what a check-in is. Checking into your own branch isn't really a check-in. Each of those check-ins is contains a smaller number of changes.